Thank you for joining us. Let's log into UpHodl and have a look at the signals page for opportunities today that were scanned with the highest spread of exchanges that we're already keeping some of our coins with. All right, now that we're logged in, we go straight to the signals page. On the left panel menu, click signals, and then you let this table load. All right, once the table is loaded, we'll see the search field will appear here. So on this search field is where you can search for coins that you have or exchanges that you'd like to arbitrage on. But in most cases, and in this case particularly, we're just gonna go and have a look at the latest arbitrage opportunity, analyze it, and see whether we can set up a bot for it. So we click on the column name time to sort this in an orderly way. So we can see that this shows us when we click once, it shows us the oldest scan that the signal system has got. When we click again, let's see if we can see the latest one as of today. All right, so the latest one is this one as of today. It's for ZRX, Crypto.com, and MXC. The spread doesn't seem that much attractive. So let me maybe show a bit more by clicking on show and then choosing the number of rows to show for today. I'm just gonna scroll down, just have a look at this. So I'm just gonna see if there's one that shows 2% or above. Oh, here is one. This one is between an exchange called Liquid and an exchange called Crypto.com. Oh, but look at this one. This is quite interesting. 48.63%. Again, between Liquid and Crypto.com. Looks like it's for the same coin one, which is sent, but different coin 2, USDT and BTC there. So let's see if there's anyone that is bigger than this one for today. Gonna scroll down. Another one, but it's not as big. Again, it's between Liquid and Crypto.com. I wonder what's happening with Liquid and what's happening with Crypto.com. How are they able to generate such huge spreads between the two exchanges? We'll have a look at that just now. All right, here's another one, which is 48.75. Okay, that's bigger than this one. And that also happened today. So that's also something that we need to look at. That's TRU USDT between Crypto.com and LBank. Let's scroll down and see if there are any ones that are still bigger than that. The closest one so far is this one, 47 between Crypto.com and ETC, ETC and USDT. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, look at this one, 55.11 between Crypto.com and Gate.io, QI and USDT. Alright, so that's something that is bigger than all the ones that we've seen so far. And then there's also another one, 44.33 between XLM and USDT, Currency.com and Crypto.com. Okay. Looks like we still have more that are for today. So maybe let's show 100 instead of 50. Let's see what's there now. Keep this ordered the same way. I think we ended our checks. Yeah. Let's keep on going down and have a look. There's another one. Bitbeans and Crypto.com, ICX. Yo, and then there's this one, 89.08%. Mina, Crypto.com and WazX. Okay, and then see if there's any bigger than that or that can beat that. Okay, it looks like there's still more that are for this day, so we go next. And look at this, it's 85.95%. Coins beat an ace for Solana. That is quite interesting. Is there anyone that can beat 80? Okay, so looking at this, so far 85.95% is the winner. Let's keep on scrolling, seeing for the 4th of April, which is today. The last scan, or the first scan of the day, was this one. So let's just keep on going up and seeing whether there's someone that can beat that. Okay, this one is interesting because we already have connections between this exchange and this exchange. It will be interesting to see what's going on here. RSR USDT. We'll come back for it. Okay, so it looks like we have our winner. Our winner is on the previous page, which is 85, which is 80 something percent spread. But there's also this one that is interesting. This one is interesting because we already use these exchanges on our account and this exchange. So it would be interesting to see the opportunity. Maybe let's start with this one, and we just need to investigate this coin. So that's one, and then the next one that we're gonna look at is this one, which is 85.95%. We don't have an account with Ace, so we don't know Ace, but let's start with the other one first. So let's start with this one that we already have an account with, and that is showing a very high spread. Okay, so it's this one. All right, so first things first, this was seen this morning. This was seen this morning at 1:15 a.m. Let's go have a look at these two exchanges and just make sure that is this coin RSR the same coin for Probit and also for Coinex, because sometimes the coins might have the same symbol but they are totally different coins. In other words, they are listed with a common symbol but they represent two different coins altogether. That's one. Number two, we're gonna click here to get to the exchange because we don't want to be scammed. You can't Google the exchanges. Sometimes when you Google, you might find some scammer has registered a domain that represents that that exchange, but it's actually not that exchange. So it's very important that you click on the exchange name that you see on Uphodl so that you are led to the exchange that is the correct URL or the correct domain or the correct website address for that exchange. So click Coinex as well. And then we're going to go to the exchange of Probit and the exchange of Coinex to have a look at this coin RSR to see what it is. So when we get here, we click on exchange. Same, we come to Probit, we click on Probit, the logo up there. Then we click on exchange. All right, now that we are here on exchange, we come here on the search and then we search for RSR. Remember, we're looking for this coin pair. So we're gonna go and search for RSR USDT, which is this one. So we click on it and then it pulls up the RSR market. And then we do the same for Probit. We type RSR here and it's RSR USDT, which is this one. Click on it and then you can see that it changes to this market as well. So now we need to just analyze this RSR. Is it the same or it's not the same? The first thing that we look at is current price. So the current price is 0.00285. Then the current price this side is 0.004202. So it looks like the arbitrage opportunity might still exist, which is good, but is RSR this side the same as RSR this side? So let's have a look at that and let's just look at the exchange. Exchanges have different ways of representing this, so we just have to look around and see whether we can find a description of this RSR this side. You just need to come here where it says about reserve rights or RSR in this case. So the coin is called reserve rights. That's what it's called. The reserve right protocol allows users to create stable coins backed by baskets of ERC20 tokens on Ethereum. Reserve stable coins are called R tokens, which can generate revenue. Okay, so that's what that is. And date of issue, it was issued on the 2019 05/21, which is 21 May. Total supply is 100 billion. Total circulation is 45 billion. And their official website is this one. So we need to click and go to the official website. Look at their ether scan to see if it's active. So when we come to Probit, we do the same thing. Where is the information about their RSR? Okay, first of all, it's called reserve rights here, so it's a good thing that it's called the same. All right, looks like we can't really find anything here. So another way to do this is to go to coin market cap. Then we put in the coin name, RSR here, and it's called reserve rights. Then we just have a look at which markets is it listed on and what is the symbol that is used in that market. So we go to CEX, which is centralized exchanges. Then we click show more. All the exchanges it's listed on. So we want to see, is it listed on Coinex as RSR and also at Probit as RSR. So show some exchanges. All right, so at Coinex it is listed as RSR, as we can see. And if we can click here, you can see that we'll end up at the same RSR exchange as the one that we searched here, which is good. And then let's have a look for Probit. There we go. Here's Probit Global. Also listed as RSR, but this is for BTC. So we're looking for the USDT one. So let's do some more. Right under it, here it is, RSR USDT as well. And if we click here, we'll end up at that RSR. Looking at this link up here, it looks to be the same as the link this side. So these two links are not different. So it is the correct RSR as well this side. Okay, so we've confirmed that this does exist as RSR on Probit and it does exist as RSR in Coinex. So it is definitely the same coin. So now we have to investigate why there's a huge price difference between the two coins. So one of the reasons this could be is because maybe withdrawals on one of these exchanges is restricted, or deposits is restricted for RSR. And sometimes it could be that one of these exchanges is allowing you to withdraw on a different network of RSR or on a different basically blockchain type. So to do that, we have to find it out what blockchain type it does allow withdrawals on. All right, so to find out, we have to log in. All right, so now we logged into Coinex and we also logged into Probit. So what we need to do is we have to act as if we're withdrawing to see whether the blockchain type is the same. If it's the same, then there's a possibility we can arbitrage this. So to do that on Probit, come to wallet, click on withdrawal, then we choose the coin, RSR. Then we can see that the withdrawal is temporarily unavailable. So the key thing to take away here is that the blockchain type is Ethereum ERC20. So now we have to find out whether the blockchain type on Coinex, when you are depositing will it be Ethereum ERC20? Keep in mind, here we look at whether when you're withdrawing, the blockchain type is the same as when you're depositing this side. Please reconfirm the smart contract address of RSR. Coinex supports RSR as ERC20 token with smart contract address. There are places for deposit by the old address will not be credited. Okay, so there's an old address. That's interesting, but nonetheless they're telling us that the deposit address is the same, which is Ethereum ERC20. We say yes, we are aware of these risks. Obviously we need to be aware of the risks, so you need to read all of these things and all the disclaimers they put up, and then click confirm, and this would be the deposit address. Key thing to take away here is that the network is ERC20, Ethereum ERC20, the same address that if you were to withdraw this side, it would be ERC20. Okay, cool. So that's done. Then now we do this vice versa. What if we're withdrawing from, click on withdraw to check what would be the withdrawal network type for RSR, or reserve rights. Then we can see that it's Ethereum ERC20. So now we go find out if we're going to be depositing to Probit, what is the address type. So RSR, so it's Ethereum. So this would be good because it means that it's the same network type. See, it's the same blockchain type. But unfortunately, because the deposit is currently unavailable and the wallet is under maintenance, we can't deposit, we can't withdraw on Probit. So it means that this arbitrage opportunity would have been very good if we already had some RSR inside this wallet. In other words, if they suspended this withdrawal and this deposit, whilst we had some RSR this side, would be making a killing, would literally be making this 47.46% spread. As you can see, if you go to exchange for RSR, look at the price. You can sell here, you can buy here for 0.0283, and at OKX and at Coinex, you can see that there are buyers that want to buy for 0.041217. So here you can sell because the price here is bigger. So the price is higher here, and then the price is lower here. So let's just find out how big and how low that is. So for instance, you would be able to sell at a price difference of 0.0422 minus Probit prices. So the prices that we look at, it's these ones. So here we would be buying. So we would place our order as a buy, but we would need to match up here. So we look at the 0.00283. That's a buy. And then we just put a bracket like this, and put another bracket in the beginning so that we can convert this into percentages. So we put again the buy price, which would be 0.00283, then all this multiplied by 100. You see, so the arbitrage opportunity still exists, and it's even bigger now. It's 49.11, whilst this side, when it was detected by our model, it detected it at 47.46%. So that's the arbitrage opportunity there. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Probit, they have suspended their withdrawal functions and their deposit functions for the coin RSR. As a result, we can't arbitrage it right now, as you can see. And we can see that here the cause of the arbitrage opportunity is actually because the deposit has been suspended for this coin, and the withdrawal has been suspended for this coin. So tough. We can't do anything about that. So we can arbitrage that. If we were to set up a bot, let's say for instance this was not suspended, if we were to set up a bot, we would literally set up a generic bot. So before you click on create bot, make sure that you've connected Coinex and you've connected Probit here. So do not at all click on create bot if you haven't connected those exchanges. So you connect those exchanges first, and then you come and click create a new bot. And you need to make sure before you click create a new bot, you've got at least one RSR in Coinex and at least one RSR at Probit, and you have at least one USDT at Probit and at least one USDT at Coinex. So before you do that, just make sure that's in order. So you click on create a new bot. When you've clicked that, you name your bot, and then you choose the bot type here. And then here, if you've connected the exchanges via APIs and you've made sure that the coin pairs have got balances that are at least one at the exchanges, then when you click here, you'll choose Coinex and Probit as the exchange 1 and 2. And then here, you'll choose RSR/USDT as the coin pair that you want to arbitrage. And then here, because the Probit taker fees are 0.2, you can go check that at the Probit or on Google. You will have to put, in this case, we'll just set up a generic one. A generic one is when you put the taker fees to be way more than what they are charging at the exchanges. And then the minimum amount of coin one per order, that we'll have to check at the exchanges. So you come to the exchanges, and then you act as if you are putting some amount here, and then it will tell you what is the minimum amount that you need to put here. And you do the same with the exchange Coinex. You act as if you're putting a minimum amount here, and then you take the maximum of the two amounts. So if you find out that the minimum is 1, see already tells you that the minimum order amount is 500 here. So you need to make sure you put in 500, and 500, does 500 work at Probit? Let's just quickly check. See here, they say it needs to be at least 1 USDT. So what is 1 USDT? It's 1,000 RSR at the current price. So that's what we do. So because this side it's 1,000, this side is 500, we want to put the maximum of the two. Maximum between 500 and 1,000, obviously it is 1,000. That is a maximum 2. So 1,000 is more. So we're gonna take that 1,000. It's gonna be what we put here. So it's 1,000 like this, and obviously will have to be pushed up. So maybe let's make it 2,000 per order. And then other fees, like I said, we just saw that the signals is saying the price difference right now is 47%, and we just calculated it ourselves, and we saw earlier that the price difference is actually 49.11%. So we're just gonna put a generic one, 0.5%, 0.5%, and then here it's 1,000, 2,000, and the other fees we put here 1%, so that our minimum spread target is 2%. So, and then we click create bot. This is the generic one. And the reason we would do a generic one here is because we saw that the price differences are a bit higher. The one thing that we don't know though is if you're withdrawing what are the charges, what is the percentage when you're withdrawing RSR. Let's quickly check with Coinex. So we would have to withdraw and pay 1,200 RSR. So that would tell us if we want it to be 0.1%, if we want it to be 0.1% costs of our other fees, that amount, how many RSRs do we need to buy and withdraw at the same time? So we use that formula of taking this withdrawal fees and dividing them by 0.1%, and then multiplying them by 2, because we're going to split it half-half across the exchanges. So it tells us that we need to buy 2.4 million RSR. So that would cost us how much exactly? Okay, obviously we would buy where it's cheapest. We would buy where it's cheapest. So we put the price here, and it tells us right now that that's 10,000 USDT. So this is a high cost bot. So if we wanted to contribute just 0.1%, we'd have to make sure that we withdraw this much RSR. But obviously, because of the volume being small, this might not be a wise thing to do, because you might not be able to, even in a day, be able to arbitrage enough to make that. But mathematically speaking, that's what you would need to do. That's what you would need to do. And then if you wanted to contribute 0.5%, you just use that same formula, and then you put 0.5 like that, and then you will see that instead of buying 2 million now, you just need to buy 480,000. But obviously the cost, you just put that there, and it tells you that no, instead of 10,000, just buy 2,020 USDT worth of RSR. So yeah, that's a bit of a breather, but you must just be aware that 0.5% of your taker fees here will go directly to paying off that withdrawal. But because the arbitrage spread is very high as per the signals, it's around 47%, we can afford to just put 5% here, 5% here, 10% here, because the spread target, as we saw it on signals, it's sitting at around 47%. So we can afford to do that, and then we can have now the amount that we want withdrawn to count 5% of our withdrawal fees. So we use that formula again, which is 1,200 divided by 0. Since it's 5%, 0.05 multiplied by 2. So that basically gives us 48,000. So we would have to take that 48,000 and find out how much it would cost to buy it right now. And we can see that it costs 202. And that's basically another way of reducing the total USDT required to get started on this opportunity. So you'll just need to put in 202, and then you are using that withdrawal fee at Coinex as a reference. But then what's the withdrawal fee at Probit for RSR? We don't know, because the networks are currently suspended. So you have to take the maximum of the two. So if the withdrawal fee at Coinex was 1,200 RSR and the Probit one showed to be more, then you have to take the Probit one and then use that formula that we spoke about. So in this case, using this 1,200, this is the formula that we use. Just say Then we want it to constitute just 5% of our withdrawal fee, so put 0.05, and then we multiply by 2. That gives us the 48,000. And to buy 48,000 SRS costs how much? We saw earlier, costs at the current price at Coinex cost 202 USDT. So you just need to take 202 USDT by RSR and then split it half. You'd have to take the half of 48,000, which is 24,000. You'd have to take 24,000, put it at Coinex, 24,000, put it at Probit, and then take maybe 100 USDT, put it at Coinex, 100 USDT, put it at Probit as well. And that will enable you to basically have those costs. And that would basically be your bot. So you click create bot and then you deploy the bot and then you are done.